Find a comfortable spot on your mat and just take a nice cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you completely let go of anything you're holding on to, any cares or worries or concerns, and just leave them, if you'd like, in an imaginary basket outside your door. And just perhaps have the intention to be in this present moment. So this is a time for you to take care of you. So just enjoy it and try to be present and not, thinking about what came before this and what's going to come after, but just be here with us. So turning to your breath now, just take another deep inhalation through your nose and out through your mouth as you settle in once more and begin to follow the breath, following it all the way in. Feel the cool air on the inhalation. Notice the breath in the back of the throat, perhaps, or in your chest or in your belly. And then notice on the exhalation the exact point where your inhale turns to an exhale. So see if you can really focus in on the breath, staying with it. Have the intention to stay with the breath. And every time you exhale, release a little bit more. And just know if your mind begins to wander away from your breath, that's perfectly natural. The mind wants to think. So just acknowledge that, just notice that, and allow the thoughts to be there and return again to your breath. And you can think about using some of the strategies that we've used in the past. So hum, so on the inhale, hum on the exhale. You could consider trying that. Or you might want to count on the inhales and exhales. Whatever you choose. And so our focus today is going to be on patience. So trying to develop a little more patience in these times that we need the patience. We're waiting, we're waiting for a lot of things, for the new year, for the vaccine, for times when we'll see our family and friends again, all kinds of things that we have to have patience for. And so we want to cultivate that, but again, doing so without judging ourselves, because we have a lot on our plates right now. And so just thinking about having patience, because the more we try to force things to happen, trying to hurry them up, it doesn't serve us. It just causes us more angst. So relax into the present moment and relax into that waiting, putting ourselves on pause, and just try to be with it rather than trying to force it. So patience, we just have to cultivate it a little bit. So we'll have the intention, if you'd like to have this intention, to have patience on the mat. So that's practicing patience. So we'll perhaps hold our asanas, our postures a little bit, and maybe that can help us have a little patience, or having patience when we're trying a new pose. So we're going to do a little balance again today, and in a couple of different areas, we'll try some balance, and just having patience with yourself and knowing that it's not a competition, things like that. So no worries, just be in the moment, relax. And I noticed, Linda, you hopped on. So I know you love blocks, so we're going to use our blocks a little bit today. So Linda, if you have a block or two nearby, we'll try to incorporate those props into our practice today. All righty, so let's begin with our full body stretch. So just float your arms up over your head, stretch out through your fingertips, down through your torso, through your hips, point your toes, and take a nice stretch, perhaps a big inhalation through your nose, and then out through your mouth, and relax your arms and legs. And just notice how your body is feeling as we begin. Take another nice inhalation through your nose. Stretch out through your fingertips. Really feel that stretch through your body, all the way down and out through your toes. And then release and relax. Feel your back body on your mat. Feel heavy, feel supported. And then on your next inhalation, make fists with your hands. Perhaps bring some tension to your face, kind of squeeze your eyes shut, bring some tension, and then flex through your feet and just bring tension and hold it. So hold the tension, squeezing the fists and feeling the tension in the arms and shoulders and face and torso and abdomen and thighs and feet. Squeeze, squeeze, have tension, hold that tension, hold the tension, holding, and then release and let the entire body melt and relax and release. And just scanning the body quickly from head to toe, and notice how the body is feeling after that release of tension. Are you still holding or gripping any place? And if you are, bring your breath to that place and try to release that tension. And you can continue to kind of notice the body, but we'll bend our legs, placing the soles of our feet on our mat about hip width apart, and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Use your breath, remember. We don't want to hold our breath, so allow the breath to flow. When you drop the knees, exhale. When you bring the knees to center, inhale. Notice if there's any gripping. Release and relax. And the next time your knees come to center, we'll bring the feet into the air and the hands up above us, and we'll just bicycle. So just bicycle along just to warm the body as we begin. Picture a beautiful snowy scene, if you'd like, bicycling along the countryside. Maybe it's even gently snowing, and you're nice and warm and cozy. You've got hats and gloves on and coats and boots. So you're nice and comfortable. Fresh air. See the sights. Maybe you see a cozy cabin in the distance with smoke coming out of the chimney. Whatever you'd like to envision, just pedal along. Bring a smile to your face. Keep the breath flowing. See that steamy cold air come out of your mouth. And then release the feet back to the mat. And we'll lift our hips up and place our hands under our sacrum. And then we're going to send our feet so that the soles of the feet are resting on the sky. And we'll just come into some scissors here. So sideways scissors. So engage your core, bring your belly button in and up. And just scissor your feet back and forth. And then if you'd like, you can move your feet closer to the earth gradually. And then scissor them back up. Engage your core. Use your breath. Perhaps go down with the feet towards the earth one more time and come back up to the sky. And we'll pause here for a moment and flex and point our feet. And then we'll scissor by dropping one leg down towards the earth and bringing it up and dropping the other. So a different scissor motion. And you can go as slowly as you'd like and for as long as you'd like. And once you're happy, you can stop and just float your arms up overhead. And then just windshield wiper your knees from side to side to release your lower back. Keep the breath flowing. And then if you have a block, you can take a block in your hand. Bring your knees to stillness. If you don't have a block, we're going to do a bridge. So you can do it without the block, but I'll tell you first how to do it with the block. So you'll just lift the hips up towards the sky and slide the block under your sacrum, which is your lower back. And so you'll have the block on the lowest level. And you should feel comfortable. It shouldn't be pressing into your back. If so, just adjust it. And if you don't have a block, you'll just press the back of your arms, your upper arms, and the soles of your feet into the mat and inhale and lift the hips up towards the sky. If you do have a block, just rest in supported bridge for a few moments. Your palms can be facing up. And just take a few breaths. If you're without a block, just come down with the hips at whenever you'd like to. And you can maybe move into bridge once or twice if you do not have a block. But if you have a block, just rest on your block. So with a block, if you'd like trying to bring your feet, the soles of your feet up towards the sky for waterfall, without a block, you can perhaps windshield wiper your knees from side to side, or, do whatever is comfortable. So we'll just pause here in waterfall. And usually most people really enjoy waterfall, this pose. So having patience on the mat. So if you don't have a block, you're practicing patience. Patience waiting to buy blocks, or patience waiting for those of us in waterfall to finish. And so now we'll bend our knees if we're in waterfall, and then place our feet on the mat, lift our hips, and take our block out from under our sacrum. And then all of us can now bring our knees in towards our chest and rock from side to side. And so having patience with ourselves, trying to not have judgment, like, oh, I forgot to buy the blocks. So no worries. Just have patience with yourself. You'll get to it. And then bring your feet to the mat. And then we're going to cross our legs. So we'll take the left knee and stack it above the right thigh. And we'll shift our hips towards the left and allow our knees to fall to the right. You can take the right hand and place it on the left thigh to help it come a little closer to the earth. And if you'd like, you can look away from your knees and just close your eyes and release and relax, taking a pause here. When we practice patience, we're allowing space in time. So we're allowing ourselves to take more time, giving ourselves permission that we don't have to rush to get things done. Just take the time we need to get them done. Patience with others. So in your mind, not trying to hurry others up, just allowing them to take the time they need. And we try to do all of this without judgment on ourselves or of others. Just feel your back body resting on your mat. Notice if you're gripping any place. See if you can release. And then let's inhale our knees back to center and uncross our legs. And we'll take it to the other side. So we'll take the right knee on top of the left thigh. Shift the hips to the right and allow the knees to fall to the left. And if you did so on the other side, perhaps look away from your knees. And then on your next inhale, bring the knees up to center, uncross them, and just bring your knees into your chest with your hands on your kneecaps. And inhale as you push your knees away. Exhale as you squeeze your knees towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale, squeeze towards your chest. So just continue with this motion for a few more rounds. And then you can make your way up to seated. And we'll just place our hands on our kneecaps and we'll just come into a nice, easy cat-cow. So inhale, rock forward as you gaze up. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest and rock back. And just continue with this motion. And then you can come to stillness. Bring the soles of your feet together and interlace your hands and place your hands on top of your toes and then lift up so that your spine is nice and tall. And if you'd like, you can gently move your knees up and down. Very gently and mindfully. And then bring your knees to stillness and we'll drop our chin to our chest. And then we'll look up at the ceiling. We'll exhale, drop our chin to our chest. And inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Bring your head to neutral. And then inhale, and as you exhale, look out over one of your shoulders. Inhale to center. Exhale, look out over your other shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, look out over the first shoulder. Inhale to center. Look out over the other shoulder. Come to neutral. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. And so we're just doing this very gently and mindfully. We're not trying to force anything, just gently having patience with the neck and shoulders, allowing them to just warm up, just dropping ear to shoulder, ear to the other shoulder. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, and I don't know how I'll do on this because I haven't practiced, but we're going to try balancing bound angle. So this is called Baddha Konasana, the posture that we're in right now. And it's also called bound angle. So I'll turn sideways. You can stay as you are. And so what we're going to practice, it's just a practice, we're going to see if we can lean back. We might have to hold on to our ankles. Maybe that would be a little easier. Hold on to our ankles, lean back, and see if you can keep the soles of your feet together and find your balance. So bound angle balance. Not too bad. Practice patience with yourself. Maybe give it a couple of goes. Try it. I'm going to try leaning back a little bit further. I might fall back. Yep, I'm probably going to. Whoa. So sit up nice and tall. Press the soles of your feet together. and then come down. And then what we're going to do is spread our legs out wide on our mats, nice and wide. And we'll sit up nice and tall and inhale our arms up, gaze up at our fingertips, exhale and fold forward without forcing, just getting a nice stretch on our inner thighs. Then walk the fingertips over towards the left leg, the left calf or the left ankle, the left toes, wherever you land. We're not forcing, we're just, and I think about leading with my chin and my chest so that I'm not rounded. So I want, have a flat back as best you can. And just inhale and exhale and relax into the stretch. And then take the fingertips and walk them around to the right foot. Same thing. Remember, I always say it's not a competition. We're just getting a nice relaxing stretch in our back and the back of our legs, our hamstrings. And then walk the fingertips to center and then slowly inhale as you sit up. And then we'll come into a seated twist. So I'm just going to adjust my screen so you can see my legs. Seated twist that we've done before. So bring the knees to the side, to one side, and then take that top knee and slide it back so that that knee is, the instep of the other foot is cradling that knee. And then see if you can bring your torso straight so that you're not leaning over. So come up nice and tall and inhale your arms up, look up, stretch through your fingertips, and we're going to twist towards the front knee as we bring our hands down. And so place your fingertips on the mat and look out to the side, sitting up nice and tall. Feel that nice alignment of the spine. And then we'll inhale back to center and bring the hands, float them gently down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, stretch through the fingertips. Exhale, twist towards that front knee as you bring your hands down. And then we'll return to center. Bring the knees together and then switch sides with the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Slide that top knee back so that it's cradled by the other foot. Sit up nice and tall with the torso straight. Inhale the arms up, stretch through the fingertips, and we'll twist to the other side. Twist to that front knee as you bring your hands down, placing your fingertips on your mat and sit up nice and tall. Keep the breath flowing. And then return to center, and we'll do that again. Inhale the arms up, stretching through the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands down beside you. And then return to center. Gracefully make your way to table. So we'll bring our wrists underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and we're going to extend the right leg. We'll flex that foot and extend the left fingertips and reach through the fingertips. And just hold the balance. And release hand and knee to mat. Send the left leg out long, flex the foot. Send the right fingertips forward, reach through the right fingertips and hold, pause. Have patience, even if you're wobbly. And release hand and knee back to the mat. And we'll do that again on each side. So send the right leg out long, flex the foot, reach through the left fingertips, and pause. This is strengthening our abs and our back and our shoulder. And release. Hand and knee to the mat. Send the left leg out long, flexing that foot. Send the right fingertips forward, reaching through the fingertips, and pause. And release as you're ready. Bring the big toes together, knees out to the edges of the mat. Walk the hands over your head as you bring your forehead down to the mat. And actually, this is a time where you might consider using your block. You can place your block under your forehead if you'd like. See how that feels. Allow your belly to release and relax. And if this isn't comfortable on your shoulders, just walk your hands closer to you. Just notice your breath here. We're getting a nice stretch in our shoulders, in our hips, in our ankles. Our belly is relaxed. We often grip there, so just allowing the belly to just release. Rock your forehead if you're on a block, rock it from side to side and gently massage that third eye. And if your forehead's on the mat, you can do the same. And then bring your hands towards your shoulders as you push yourself up. Remove your block and make your way to standing. So you can walk your hands towards your knees and come up onto your toes if you'd like, or you can come onto your knees and just make your way up. I'm going to have to adjust my screen here. Okay. Okay, so we'll come to Tadasana. So rock from side to side. Feel all four corners of each foot. Come to stillness. And just lift up through your instep, through your kneecaps, through your thighs. I still can't see my head. Okay. And just bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Allow your hands to dangle. Even shake your hands out a little bit. So we're going to practice eagle balance. So what we'll do is bring the weight of our body onto our right leg. We'll take the weight off of the left and see if we can take the thigh and wrap it, place it on left thigh on top of right thigh, and then wrap the foot around the standing leg and kind of hook your toes behind your standing leg. And then we'll do our arms. So I have this leg on top, so I'm going to have the opposite arm on top. Cross the arms and then bring the forearms together. And that's it. You can bring your thumbs towards your forehead. Woo! and just see how that feels. Remember, we're practicing patience. If this feels uncomfortable, or, you know, we're not judging ourselves, so we'll just do the best you can today. And come out of the pose whenever you're ready. Or try the pose again. And if you want to just do the legs, that's a nice thing to do. And so to come to the other side, bring the weight of the body onto the left leg, and then lift the right, bring the right thigh on top of the left, and then hook the toes behind the standing leg. So that's eagle legs. So you can just practice eagle legs. So just stand up nice and tall, find your drishti, find something that is not moving. If you want to practice the arms, take the opposite arm on top and wrap the forearms. Keep the breath flowing. I'm wobbling a little bit too. I'm just being patient with myself. Come out. Gracefully come out. So we'll practice a standing pose before we come down to our mats. So if you have your block, you know, take it in one hand. If you don't, I'll show you without the block. We've done it without the block all this time, so no worries. So we're going to come into Trikonasana. So we're going to spread our feet wide on our mat, turn our left foot towards the short end of the mat, stand up nice and tall, inhale our arms, and your hand, your block should be in your left hand if you're using a block. If you're not, no worries. So arms parallel to the earth. We're going to keep our legs straight. And this is the one where we reach with our torso, reach with our hand. So we're moving our torso to the left as far as we can go. And then once we've reached, we slowly rotate our hand down. And so if you have a block, you can place the block on the outside edge of your foot and then rotate your hand up and gaze up at your right thumb. If you don't have a block, just bring your hand to the ankle or to the calf, wherever it lands. And if your neck permits, turn and gaze up at your top thumb. If it doesn't, just look out forward. Keep the breath flowing. And you might only be on your thigh, which is fine. And then inhale your torso up, turn your feet so that they're parallel. If you're using a block, take it in the other hand. And then we'll turn the right toes towards the short end of the mat. Bring the arms up about shoulder level, parallel to the earth. Reach with the right hand, reach, reach, reach. And when you can go no further, rotate the hand down, place the block, if you have it, on the outside edge of your foot. Rotate the left hand up and gaze up at the thumb, or just gaze out forward. Keep the breath flowing. I'm sure you're doing fine. Then inhale up. I'll leave my block out in front of me. So we'll interlace our fingers behind us, squeeze our shoulder blades together, and gently fold forward, leading with our chin and our chest. And actually, if you have a block, you could put it right under the crown of your head. And mine doesn't reach, so I'll get another block. I have 2 blocks, so I could rest the crown of my head on the top of my block. And then we'll use the strength of our legs to slowly rotate back up, shake out the arms, heel toe your feet back together. Wiggle your arms and legs, just kind of shake them out a little. And then we're going to inhale our arms up, turn our palms away, slowly float forward. You can bend your knees a little bit. Hold on to your elbows and just dangle in ragdoll. Maybe swing the arms and the hips from side to side. Bring yourself to the center, to stillness, and shake your head yes. Just releases the vertebrae in our back, in our spine. Shake your head no. And then gracefully make your way down to your mat and come onto your back. Have your block nearby. Before we arrive in Shavasana, we'll just come in to either supported bridge, if you have a block, or waterfall, or if you don't have a block, you can come into bridge or waterfall without the block, or you can just make your way to Shavasana, so whatever you'd like to do. So if you have a block and you want to come into waterfall, just lift your hips off the earth and place the block under your sacrum. Bring your knees to your chest and send the soles of your feet up towards the sky. And just bring the arms out wide with your palms facing up and just relax for a moment. So you can be doing any of these right now. If you're in Shavasana, just take a nice, deep cleansing breath and release the body. Let the body be heavy on the mat. If you're in waterfall, just close your eyes and be in the moment. And if you're in supported bridge, just release your hips and allow them to rest on the block. No need for you to do anything, but just release. And to come out of waterfall, just bring your knees in towards your chest and then bring the soles of the feet to the mat. So just bring yourself into Shavasana as you're ready. It's a little bit past 10:15, so I don't want to go too much past our normal time. But I invite you to do whatever. If you have time, then just relax into Shavasana. Once you arrive, just turn your attention back to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in, a nice long exhale. And thank yourself, perhaps thank yourself for making the time this morning to nurture your body and your mind. Perhaps bring to mind that intention of trying to have a little more patience. It'll serve you well if you can just allow yourself to be patient. A few moments here or there aren't going to cause a big problem. Hopefully they'll help you out if you can pause. I'm going to ring my bowl. And I invite you to bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, or prayer, your thumbs pressing into the middle of your chest. May you pause, may you notice, and may you practice patience as you move through the rest of your day and beyond. Namaste.